Hi everyone, I'm Dragon with you, and today we are going to test Alvanor. Awakening. Log in first time during a special event and get 2 Elvenar stones. And every single next time you go here, you get more. And I really like these options. So let's pick this. Let's get something for VIP levels. And as you can see, this is like a super event, so it requires you VIP 7. Fortunately, I have it. And then you can buy some emeralds. So if you buy enough emeralds, you'll get a pleased werewolf avatar, you'll get a guardian's frame, which is pretty nice. But to buy 19,000 emeralds, you need to spend like $100. So I'm not sure if I need that. Okay, so then you spend emeralds and get talismans. So for talismans, you can join the shop of Alvanor and buy some valuables there. Then complete one mission on special map. So the more missions you do, the more tomes you get, and tomes are used to fight against bosses. Spending energy also brings you some resources here. Then goes the Brave Avenger. It's about getting chests in Outland, of course. So I think this event is kind of valuable, and check this out. So you have 1 week to complete everything. And if during this week you manage to get 250 chests somehow, then probably you will be really hard player. Because easy calculations say that every day you should invest emeralds to do that. Then open 5 chests in tower. So probably tower is the easiest option. Remember that every day you can get like 15 chests for free. So in 7 days you can get, let's calculate, 115 I guess. So it's 70 plus 35. It's 105, yeah, 105. So you'll need to get 15 more chests using your emeralds to do all the quests. And quests are simple. You fight against the boss and get talismans. For talismans, you can go here and merchant and get yourself some old grove gifts, some valuable artifacts, I would say, really valuable and long to collect, and Elvenor. So I collected Elvenor for 8,000 talismans. Now next level is 15,000. So consider some artifacts, some old grove gifts, and there's a question. So what about Alvanor? Should you max him or not? Let's check. So he can absorb damage with his barrier, absorbing basic attacks. Then he can deal damage and magic defense decreasement for the front line of the opponents. Obviously, you will try to fight Alvanor with your mages, probably. Then Rune of Life will help to recover health up to 50,000 for 4 seconds to the entire team, as I saw from the official stream. And the last thing is to energy. So when your allies are under the barrier, they recover energy faster, and it is triggered again on all grove keepers. So there are only 3 grove keepers in this game. It's Elvenor, it's Kai, and it's Thea. So let us consider this hero, how he fights, a lot of thoughts about it. I prepared for you some special fights. So let's start from team. So I collected ODF. Why not ODH? Because Faceless can copy Orion and that will be more damage. He also can copy any of these characters and that will be useful for the entire team actually. So of course you would say that, well, but you can fight Yasmin against this deck. Obviously, if you are afraid of Yasmin, what should you do? You should add healers, right? That's it. So you add healers. Also, you can test against some undead teams, but what I wanted to say is exactly same team, but with another character. So what should you do if you face this team and you want to defeat it? Obviously, you can play Isaac, right? So I collected exactly the same team, except I got Isaac instead of Elvanor, And as you can see, that's easy win. Let's check the healing. So healing was mainly from Dorian, but on the right team, Alvanor also did a major healing, even more than Dorian. So let's fastly check this fight. I would like to highlight the Elvenor's artifacts. So Alvanor is able to activate extra magic damage, which benefits from magic stacks, of course. So if you have double magic damage, if you have some magic penetration, as in my team, then obviously you will smash the opponent fast. Okay, so as you can see, Isaac easily dealt with this team, and everyone else is the same. Let's see the second option, so mass healing versus Elvenor. Can we do it? Obviously, we can get some stacks which are very likely to fight here. So I collected Maya, I collected Martha, Celeste, so almost all the team can heal. And as you can see, still we have a situation where Martha is a nice healer and Celeste and Elvanor also healed a lot. So yes, Elvanor is a super healer, obviously, and he helps a lot. But definitely, if you want to defeat the enemy team consisting of mages, then I would recommend to play Isaac. And obviously, Elvanor helps mages to fight because he has magic attack buff, because he reduces the magic defense from the front line of the enemy. And as a result, you will probably face Elvanor magic teams. And as you can see, the fight is relatively close, but anyway, we have enough resources, we have enough time to finish the entire enemy team. So if you face a magic teams with Elvanor, you just get yourself same heroes, you just get Isaac, and here we go. So I'll show you another team. As you can see, Isaac won this fight again. Exactly same team, but with Isaac. Let's take a swift look here, what's going on. So about magic teams, I think you understand. Because Isaac absorbs some part of magic damage, he silences, he deals a significant role at fighting enemy mages. And yes, so in general, I think Elvenor's team will be about Isaac. If you want to fight with them, just pick Isaac. But what to do if your opponent plays a physical-based team? So I collected a Kark team here, so one of the arena Kark teams. Sometimes people play here Kai, and I tried to fight with this team with the exactly same team, but with one substitution. So it's Elvanor instead of Nebula. Both characters are support, both characters can heal, Nebula can burn energy, and Elvanor can block hits. So will it help? Let's see. As you can see, the game is kind of fast, and obviously we have a problem at the left hand side. So Asteroids helps a lot, but anyway, Nebula burned energy, Nebula also improved the attack, and the left team will just melt it. So at Kark packs, I think that Elvanor is not super important because you can play Nebula, you can play Kai, and with these characters it's kind of works, yeah. So okay, let's try to consider another one. I prepared another Elvenor team and we tested it together. So this team was designed against Jorgen teams. Obviously I tried to fight the same team, but Qin Mao instead of Elvenor, and here as you can see it worked. So for this entire team, if we make it faster, so Elvenor's role is healing, and Ju actually gets his health reduced with his ability. Remember about 2%, and looks like both teams can fight. So I replaced Qin Mao with Elvanor. The left team was good enough to deal with Aurora because Qin Mao is a tank healer, as you remember. So she did her job perfectly, but then we could not proceed because Martha absorbed Ju totally. So this test showed that at defense, Elvanor looks good. But actually, I would commend that Elvanor is a support and probably he will be played at defensive teams, probably with magical teams. Also, I tried to collect some packs against my other teams to fight Lars Krista team and so on. So let's check the fight against Lars Krista. Obviously, I was defeated with Alvanor, so Celeste was a better choice here because Celeste buffed the entire team, and I tried it one more time, nothing changed. So you will see that for mages, theoretically, Elvenor helps a lot to deal more damage, and practically, sometimes he survives not as good. But remember that in some battles Celeste survived longer, so in some battles Celeste survived shorter. So it doesn't mean you will lose all the time. It just means that sometimes it's better to play Elvanor, as for example here, sometimes it's better to play Celeste. So what happened here is directly opposite to the previous fight. And as you can see, we'll get some trouble wrong here. So Elvanor tries to kill the team. Here Celeste got too much damage and Celeste died and the entire team died. So I think that Elvanor can be a support, a healer, but you can't substitute him with main heroes anyway. I tried, guys, and it does not work anyway. So I want to say that in general this character is useful. You can play him, but if you want to counter Elvenor teams, which will probably refer to magical teams, just play Isaac. That's it. Isaac was introduced before, and most of us could collect him. So Soul of the Forest gives you extra magic attack on activation, then Manuscript of the Void, magic penetration and magic attack, and intelligence. So this character really looks like Celeste. If you compare him to Celeste, then the stats are alike, the role is alike, so I really think what about Celeste? I have Celeste, so I don't play Elvenor. Something like that. Okay, so hope this video was informative. I also added some extra things about the shop, about the event which is dedicated to Elvenor. So good luck to you and see you in my next videos.